Continuing our post-race coverage in Richmond and looking ahead to those 10 chase races and the 12 drivers in the field.
I can't believe this. No Penske, no Evernham. Where are these guys?
Well, look
left
at
out
that.
of the party.
Gibbs, Rouse, Hendrick, and Childress.
Hey. 3 total 12. That's the way I figured.
They wrapped it up.
The sports super teams this year will be those competing for the championship starting in New Hampshire next week. Jimmie Johnson with yet another win, his 4th of the season, taking the checkered flag today after a stirring finish with Tony Stewart. Now remember, Stewart led Johnson when they came down pit road for what turned out to be their final stop. After Tony was not able to get around Jimmy, there was quite a bit of emotion that poured forth from inside his race car.
Good job, guys. We gave another one away today. Great job. 10-4. Great attitude there, Smoke. We stalled it a couple times up pit road and gave up spots. Remember, we win and lose as a team. It's a great effort, okay? It's enough of that crap. Difference is I got mine back.
Well, obviously frustration there, and it's, you know, I mean, what do you say to that? But a driver who thought he had a chance to break a long win the streak.
Well, it's all about a team effort, and those guys definitely got involved because they got mad at each other. Let's hear what he was upset about. Take a look at his pit stop.
There's Tony there in the orange car leading Jimmie Johnson, and they both peel off and head to their pits. Now, the only thing I could see, obviously, we've had the benefit to look at this in the commercial previous. It really isn't anything that stands out from Tony's pit stop. But when they leave,
He just got beat out of the box. He just didn't get out of the box. I don't. That's tough.
Dave.
From Chevrolet.
Well, I've been standing by with Tony right now. Finished up in the race. The second place finish is good. On the other hand, you had a chance to win and got beat off of pit road, Tony. What was going on there, and why were you so upset?
Well, you just don't like giving up spots, but you know, we had a good day. I mean, guys did a great job all day, and you know, we got the big prize which we needed for the day, and that's getting in the chase. So you know, just you always want that one last spot.
You know, this is one of your favorite tracks, and you guys had such a good run going today, improving. Chase worthy?
Probably not, but we're trying. Today was definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, I'm proud of our team. You know, this is the kind of run you need going into the chase. So, you know, having days like today, that's momentum we need.
All right, Tony Stewart, he will start 6th in the chase, guys, after a finish today of 2nd. Jamie?
Well, another guy who's had a lot of momentum on his side, Kevin Harvick, finishes 7th today, 7th in the points, and you'll be seated 11th. So, Kevin, talk about making it in the chase and what that means to you and your team.
Yeah, it's great. Our Pennzoil Chevrolet has been great the last few months, and really excited to head to Loudon next week and get it started. So it's fun to get it going. Today we just kind of got behind on our car, and you know, it's one of those deals where we were tight in the center trying to fix that, and then we wound up making it loose up off, and just took us till the end to get it back, and then we just had lost so much track position. It took us a while to get it back up, but we had a really good car today, and just got off there in the middle.
You guys have come into something. You've come into your own. You've had a lot of momentum on your side. What does that mean as we go into the chase? Do you feel like you guys really will be a factor to win the championship?
Well, we've been a factor for the last 3 months, so I think, you know, going into the chase, I think we've got good momentum. Obviously, everybody's going to try to pick it up a notch and make something happen. So, 12th or 1st for us. So, we've been everywhere in between. Doesn't matter if you're not first.
All right, Kevin Harvick's got to get in his car and race in the Nationwide Series race tonight. Mike?
And catching up with Kevin's RCR teammate, Jeff Burton. Kind of bounced between 4th and 12th all day, but kept working on it. How would you size up the afternoon?
I thought we ran well. We were really good on old tires. We weren't so good on new tires, but we were real competitive. We just struggled. Like whenever we'd come in the pits, we'd leave and the car would drive a little differently than it did before. We struggled with that lately. That's been our biggest shortcoming. But we're, you know, I know it doesn't show in results, but we've been running better than we did the first part of the year, the last 2 months, and I'm optimistic. I know that we got our work cut out for us, and you know, there's a lot of really good race teams we're going to be racing with, but. You know, I believe our best is ahead of us. I believe our best cars are coming. Our best stuff is in a trailer going to New Hampshire. So we'll see what we can make happen.
You're a veteran of this chase. This will be your 3rd one. What have you learned in past chase events and chase processes that might help you here this time capture the championship?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing I've learned is you never know what's going to happen. The only thing you can do is just go out and work the hardest you know how, give 100%. When the day is over, you have to make sure you gave 100%. And if you stick to your game plan and you gave 100% and it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But you don't try to become something you're not. You don't try to change the rules. You don't try to do stuff that you're not good at. You do what you're good at, but you do it a lot. And you know, that's the way I view it.
And Doc, Jeff Burton is your number 7 seed.
And we know how good Jeff Burton is when he goes to New Hampshire. He is the winningest Cup Series driver at that racetrack. And Jimmy Johnson, for the second week in a row, the two-time and reigning Cup champion, celebrating in victory lane. He's now won 3 of the last 4 times he has come to Richmond International Raceway. Well, the field is set for the 2008 chase for the Sprint Cup, and it's all about momentum, being able to carry that momentum into the chase. We know Jimmy Johnson's got it, but I want to talk about Kevin Harvick. He's had 7 top 10 finishes in the last 8 races, just getting better and better each week.
I'm just not sure that those top 10 finishes are going to be enough, though. These guys like Johnson and Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards are going to go out there and win races. We know that. And Tony Stewart looks like he might be able to jump in there and do that too. But yeah, and I like Harvick. Harvick does have momentum to be solid, but I don't think that's going to be enough to win the championship.
Well, it remains to be seen, obviously, but I like them going to Loudon next week. And the one thing that we have to look at, we heard Matt Kenseth talk about their short track program in the Roush camp. Carl Edwards going there next week. Didn't run that well here today, so that could be a time for him to pick something up. And Kyle Busch had a terrible race there the first time that we were there. So I'm sure that everybody's looking. This is their opportunity. So Kevin Harvick, even though he's seated back in 11th, he could go there, have a great run. We know how well he runs there, and be right back in the middle of this. His teammate Clint Boyer, we talk about him barely getting in. He's actually tied for 4th in the seeding. So a lot of things could happen next week.
And don't leave out Denny Hamlin, by the way. Back-to-back 3rd-place finishes for Hamlin. So we got 6 Chevys, 3 Toyotas, and 3 Fords in the chase, and we're headed to New Hampshire. Alan?
Hey, Doc, and if you look at these 10 races upcoming, this comes to mind for me. Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, and Jimmy Johnson have combined to win the last 9 straight races. Those 3 drivers, 3 apiece. Those are the 10 tracks we'll go to over these next few months to decide who is the Sprint Cup champion 2008.